The champ, Tucker Carlson, is the sworn enemy of lying, pomposity, smugness, and groupthink. I just want to be in the top 1,000. 10,000, I'd be satisfied with doing that. This is the Sophie Scholl Monologue. Last week I talked to you about the political side of what you see in public education. It's not neutral. Politics are there. Do everything intelligently, or diversity, equity, and inclusion. I love that guy from the Dennis Prager show who called in and said, DEI, do everything intelligently. That really counters diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like I say, the two can't equally coexist. One must bow to the other. Some are opting for diversity, equity, and inclusion over doing everything intelligently. But if you want excellence in business, in education, in air travel, you better do everything intelligently. That said, we need to understand that doing everything intelligently leads people to think for themselves, whereas diversity, equity, and inclusion conditions you for Orwellian groupthink. Prioritizing diversity over intelligence makes people prone to being duped. That said, intelligence is not all we need. But it sure beats diversity. By itself, intelligence can be used for good or evil purposes. But situated in the wisdom of God, both intelligence and diversity properly assume their place. Dei, D-E-I in Latin, means God. Dei, or D-E-I in English, appears like an idol of cultural Marxism. And that's what you got going into the public schools. They won't describe it that way, but politically speaking, that's what it is. Cultural Marxism. Now, let's look at the religious side of this. The religious side, I feel, is gender-docetic Gnosticism. Gender-docetic Gnosticism. I haven't heard anybody else say it that way, but that's what I think it is. When you get a mandate or an ultimatum or an Albany top-down directive from Attorney General Letitia James or Commissioner of Education, I forget her name, Betty Rosa, with them saying this: gender is defined as a person's actual or perceived sex and includes a person's identity, gender identity, or expression. When gender becomes a matter of perception, we've got troubles, not just politically, but religiously. Think about what 1 John has to say. John warned the church about people who would deny that Jesus came in the flesh, that Jesus had an actual physical body. What John was doing was countering docetism. Docetism means appearing, seeming to have a body, but not really having one. Well, now we're seeing that in the schools. Male, female. Male only appears that way. It really isn't a male body, or female. It only appears that way. They only seem to have a body. They really don't have one objectively. That's docetism. And It's right in the realm of gender. Gender docetic Gnosticism, secret knowledge. Knowledge that somehow you obtain beyond just average ways in which it's communicated, mysterious ways. And people are getting really mysterious about this whole gender movement, where you can make up your gender as you go along. And this they call education? And it's affecting biology too. Check out the way your children are being taught biology. XX, XY, well, you think that's male, female, not so. This gender ideology, this gender religion, this gender being politicized like this is even messing with your kids' heads when it comes to the actual facts, the basic facts about biology. That's why I say that this is not only a political movement in the cultural Marxist sense, this is a religious movement in the gender docetic Gnostic sense. Be aware. Don't be faked out by saying religion is out of the schools. No, it's in there. And those who are proposing it, those who are supporting it, don't even realize it. I encourage you to remove your children from public education, government-run schools. I know it's right around the corner for us in New York, but they are trashing what education ought to be like. Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption, I cannot promise you I'll do better the next time. And unlike Tony Kornheiser, who waves the Canadian flag, I'll wave the sackcloth flag for humility. See you next time.